The female CEO was surprised to discover that the father she had just reunited with did not eat fatty meat when eating meat, but she clearly remembered that her biological father loved fatty meat the most. This made her unable to stop herself from becoming suspicious. The man in front of her was not her real father at all, but before she could ask anything, she saw the father, who was supposed to be allergic to chili peppers, eating chili peppers. At that moment, the female CEO became completely certain that the man in front of her was not her father. But because the female CEO had forgotten her father's appearance, she had no way to fully confirm it. It turned out that 20 years ago, the female CEO, who had lost her mother at a young age, could only live together with her father. But her impoverished father caused the girl to be looked down upon by her classmates. This made her deeply resent her own father. What the girl didn't know was that because of her father's physical disability, he had no stable income to support her. In order to let his daughter go to school, the man could only collect trash outside. It wasn't until the girl's birthday that the father bought a piece of meat to celebrate her birthday, but the girl disgustedly threw it on the ground and demanded $100 from her father to buy a cake. Seeing this, the man could only satisfy his daughter's request and handed over his last $100 to her. But when the girl took the $100 and invited her classmates to eat cake, she was met with everyone's humiliation. They bluntly said the girl was nothing but a trash picker's worthless kid, not worthy of going to school with them. After hearing this, the girl immediately left in disappointment and placed all the blame on the man. She believed that if he weren't around, she would never have been despised by her classmates. So at the parent-teacher meeting the next day, the girl did not inform the man. But what she didn't expect was that her father still found her. Thinking her father was going to attend the meeting with her, the girl immediately wanted to refuse. But before she could say anything, some classmates walked past them. Hearing their insults, the girl felt even more disgusted with her father and immediately told him to leave. But at that moment, a car suddenly appeared on the road. Seeing that it was about to hit the girl, the man immediately pushed his daughter away, but he himself was knocked to the ground by the car. Looking at her father lying on the ground, the girl regretted her vanity for the first time. She desperately called out to her father, but there was no response at all. In the end, the girl fainted from overwhelming grief. When she opened her eyes again, she learned that her father had already passed away and that she had been adopted by the wealthy man who hit her father. Because of the intense emotional shock, the girl developed selective amnesia and had forgotten her father's appearance, remembering only the key her father left her. 18 years later, the girl became the world's richest person through her own efforts. Yet she still could not recall her father's face, but she never gave up searching for her father and received no response at all. Unbeknownst to her, the father she longed for was working as a janitor at her own company. However, due to long-term exhausting labor, the man was diagnosed with late-stage cancer at the hospital. The doctor told him that if he could not receive timely treatment, he would have less than 3 months to live. Thinking that he might never see his daughter again in this lifetime, the man immediately decided to transfer the $20,000 he had saved into the bank card he had left for his daughter. But having never used a smartphone before, he could only take the money and ask his coworker Jack for help. When Jack saw the $20,000 in his hands, he instantly came up with an idea to make money. So when the man wasn't paying attention, Jack transferred the $20,000 to the female CEO in $200 increments. After learning that Jack had completed the transfer, the man immediately wanted to check it himself, but was refused by Jack, who said his phone had run out of battery. Seeing this, the man could only give up checking and return to his post to continue working. Little did he know that because of this oversight, the fates of the two were about to undergo a drastic change. On the other side, when the female CEO saw the bank transfers, she was instantly stunned and froze in place. Realizing that her father had appeared once again, she hurriedly asked her husband to look up the sender's information, only to unexpectedly discover that the sender was an employee of her own company. At this moment, the man was being punished for accidentally placing a mop on the manager's foot and was reprimanded by the manager, who claimed that the shoes were something he could never afford to compensate for. After hearing this, the man understood that the manager wanted him to pay for it, but he currently had no ability to do so. Just when he didn't know what to do, the appearance of the female CEO successfully stopped them all.